Stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted on my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating, it's a party, one o'clock of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. So this game of ours, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while. But 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite. A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
4th down, here's Jackson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Johnson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Browns are going to have it here just past the 25.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find two unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, two heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about...
He's got a man, complete, 20, and all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Browns drive about to get started. Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Runs over him. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Slot man moves right. On 3rd down, Jackson. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Baltimore Ravens.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. To throw again is Jackson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. These two teams all tied after one. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Watson off play action. And he'll get this one to Cooper complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Now they send a man in motion right. To throw is Watson. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Browns have moved out in front.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
faking the give. Now Watson. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it, doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing on third down, Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so. But maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now Jackson on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tucker with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Browns drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
14 yards that time for number 14. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Watson. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Browns' 30-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Trying to lay one up deep. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in.
There's no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And that would just 1 second remaining in the first half. They'll call the timeout. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches in the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play. So now third down coming up.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
Now Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. From the 50, it's Watson. Right back to Njoku. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And room there to work it inside the 25. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run again with Hunt. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Jalen Armour-Davis getting back there to stop it for a loss. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Watson now to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Mark. And the Browns have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. The lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a short kick taken at about the 16. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you got to the top performers you have and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They go play action now. Jackson steps away to his left. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch it. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Charles, Are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Faking the give. Now Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
He'll hit Jackson, complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Play action. Now Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From the 6.
Deshaun Jackson on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the fourth quarter. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. On the move to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now Jackson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Jackson. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman from 17 yards out. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Watson off play action. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 43 yards. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. From just inside the 20, a short kick.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson, and he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Again, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 23. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Sliding out of the pocket. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do. Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there or the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. One last shot for Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, elusiveness is certainly one of his calling cards, and that trait on full display there on the touchdown run.
And normally when you get down near the goal line, it's power football that wins the day. But here, he shows off his footwork and that make-you-miss ability that he possesses, and he carries it into the end zone.
And it's incomplete. Was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging.
Take care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Browns, their winning ways continue as they get